Forests are unlimited natural resources and have enormous benefits for the lives of living creatures. The diversity of vegetation types that grow and develop in each region has certain differences in vegetation which are influenced by the regional climate type, altitude, and other plant environmental factors. Forests are the dominant terrestrial ecosystem on Earth, and are distributed throughout the world. More than half of the world's forests are found in just 5 countries: Brazil, Canada, China, the Russian Federation, and the United States. The largest share of forests, 45%, is found in the tropical domain, tropical forests, followed by the boreal, temperate and subtropical domains. Forests account for 75% of the gross primary production of Earth's biosphere, and contain 80% of Earth's plant biomass. Net primary production is estimated at 21.9 gigatons carbon a year for tropical forests, 8.1 for temperate forests, and 2.6 for boreal forests, forests at different latitudes and altitudes, and with different rainfall and evapotranspiration form the very distinct biomes of boreal forests around the North Pole, tropical moist forests and tropical dry forests around the equator, and temperate forests in the mid-latitudes. Higher elevation areas tend to support forests similar to those at higher latitudes, and the amount of rainfall also influences forest composition. Nearly half of the forest area, 49%, is relatively intact, while 9% is found in fragments with little or no connectivity. Tropical rainforests and boreal coniferous forests are the least fragmented, while subtropical dry forests and temperate oceanic forests are among the most fragmented. About 80% of the world's forest area is found in patches larger than 1 million hectares. The remaining 20% is located on more than 34 million plots worldwide, most of which are less than 1,000 hectares in size. Human society and forests influence each other both positively and negatively. Forests provide ecosystem services for humans and function as tourist attractions. Forests can also affect people's health. Human activities, including unsustainable use of forest resources, can have a negative impact on forest ecosystems. There are many different types of ecosystems, all coexisting and carrying out proper symbiosis. Including various types of animals that are closely related to each other. With one of them we are heading towards an animal that is included in the top predator of the food chain, which is no less terrifying: bear. certainly you are familiar with this animal. Bears are animals in the mammal class belonging to the order Carnivora. Family Ursidae. It is a wild animal of the Ursus type, has thick fur, can stand on its two legs, has claws, and has a long snout. In its scientific name Ursidae. Ursidae itself comes from two words, namely Ursus and idae. Ursus comes from the Latin ursus, which means bear, and idae comes from the ancient Greek eidos. Pregnancy in bears usually lasts 6 to 9 months, including delayed implantation, and up to 4 cubs can be pregnant at once. Giant bears can give birth to twins, but they can only breastfeed one cub and the other is left to die. In bear species living in the north, birth occurs during winter dormancy. The cubs are born blind and helpless with at most a thin layer of hair. Dependent on their mother for warmth, female bear's milk is rich in fat and antibodies, and cubs can suckle for up to a year after they are born. At 2 to 3 months, bear cubs can walk and follow their mother outside the den. They usually follow her on foot, but cubs more often ride on their mother's back. Bears have an excellent sense of smell and hearing, round ears, small tails, long, thick and rough fur. They have wide, 5 claws on the palms of their hands that cannot be retracted. The claws are used for tearing, digging, and catching. Bear vision is almost the same as human vision. Black bears and their ilk are not color-blind. Long snout. Its teeth are used for defense and tools and depend on its food. The number of teeth varies depending on the species. Bears can have 32 to 42 teeth. The arrangement of bears' teeth is not specialized for killing their prey, because bear canines are relatively small and are generally used for self-defense or tools. The shape of the bear's molars is quite wide and flat. These teeth are used to cut and chew plants into smaller pieces so they can be digested. Bears have 4 clawed palms. Each palm is equipped with 5 sharp and long claws. These nails can be used to climb trees, tear apart termite and bee nests, dig up roots, or catch prey, depending on the species. Bears can run at speeds of up to 50 kilometers per hour, 30 miles per hour. Bears can also move flexibly and agilely, long and rough hair. With fur colors that vary depending on the species, some are white, blonde or cream, black and white, to all black or all brown. The color of bear's fur also varies even though they are still within the same species. For example, black American bears may have black, brown, reddish-brown, or bluish-black fur. Some species, such as sun bears and spectacled bears, have brightly colored chests with facial markings. In all bear species, males are larger than females, which are still within the same species. These differences between the sexes are greater in larger species. Male polar bears weigh twice as much as females, while males of smaller bear species weigh almost as much as females. Bears can live around 25 years to 40 years. With the diversity of cultures in which they live, bears have many species in the world. From American black bears, brown bears, polar bears, Asian black bears, Andean bears, sun bears, sloth bears to pandas. There are many species of animals, let's get to know one of them. Brown bear. Brown bears are a type of bear species that are often called grizzly. Although all subspecies are widespread and have their own characteristics, brown bears have the same general characteristics. There are several subspecies of brown bears, including the Syrian brown bear, Kodiak brown bear, Alaskan brown bear, American brown bear or grizzly and Mexican brown bear. Brown bear populations exist in parts of Russia. The United States, mostly Alaska, Canada, the Carpathian region, especially Romania, as well as in Ukraine, Slovakia, Poland and so on. Even the Balkans, Sweden and Finland, have designated bears as national animals. So, brown bears have the most extensive habitat of all bears. There is little agreement on the classification of brown bears. As many as 90 types of brown bears have been proposed, but recent DNA analysis only groups them into 5 groups of organisms and their descendants, clades. In 2005, at least 16 subspecies were recognized. Eurasian brown bears have brown fur, from yellow-brown to dark brown, red-brown, and almost black in some cases. Albinism has also been registered. Belonging to the Ursus genus, from the Ursidae family, this species has the scientific name Ursus arctos. The brown bear, Ursus arctos, is a type of bear. Lives in eastern Eurasia and North America. There is a special meaning behind the term grizzly, which means gray and brown bears. If you pay attention, the color of the feather tips of this species is often lighter. That's why brown bears are commonly called grizzlies. In general, brown bears can weigh 130 to 700 kilograms. Kodiak bears are one of the largest types of bears. Its size is almost the same as the polar bear, which has the most members in the bear family and is the largest land predator. Brown bears vary in body size depending on the population. Much of this is due to sexual dimorphism, as male brown bears are on average at least 30% larger in most subtypes. The weight of individual bears also depends on seasonal size. When spring arrives, their body weight decreases due to lack of foraging during hibernation. However, in late autumn they gain weight. After a period of hyperphagia to gain weight prepare for hibernation. Meanwhile, the main food of brown bears varies. Some are herbivores while others have become predators of moose, caribou, and salmon. The heaviest brown bear is a beach dweller and feeds on salmon along the west coast of Alaska, USA, and British Columbia, Canada. Eurasian brown bears have brown fur, from yellow-brown to dark brown, red-brown, and almost black. The fur is dense to varying degrees and can grow up to 10 centimeters long. The head shape is usually quite round with relatively small and round ears, a wide skull and a mouth with 42 teeth, including predatory teeth. This bear has a strong bone structure, large feet, with large claws that can grow up to 10 centimeters long. Brown bears exist in the northern hemisphere in Canada, Alaska, and the northwestern United States. Then in several parts of Eastern and Western Europe, and throughout North Asia, including Japan. Its status on the 2008 IUCN Red List is least concern. Although nearly 200,000 brown bears still exist in the wild, their numbers are spread thinly across many areas. These bears have also been completely wiped out from most of their former range. In North America, brown bears occupy less than half of their natural habitat. Populations in Central and Western Europe have dwindled to just a few hundred individuals. In many places, their status is seriously threatened. Brown bears in Alaska's Bristol Bay region spend time each year roaming the largely unexplored lands between the coast and national parks and large mountain preserves. Weighing the size of a grand piano, these bears are some of the most iconic wildlife species in the American outdoors. Bristol Bay brown bears spend the winter hibernating in dens until emerging in spring to graze on fresh plants and flowers. In summer, salmon is the brown bear's preferred food. Given brown bears' dependence on large natural areas, they are an important management indicator for a number of other wildlife species. Brown bears also play an important role as predators controlling populations of other animals. Additionally, they act as seed dispersers and help defend their own environment. They are apex predators that help regulate other animal populations and disperse tree seeds in unique ways. However, their habitat is increasingly threatened by human activities such as forest encroachment and climate change. To maintain the sustainability of the brown bear population and its natural habitat, it is important for us as humans to take steps with habitat conservation, including supporting conservation efforts that maintain their natural habitat, including through the establishment of national parks and protected areas. Education and awareness, such as increasing public awareness about the importance of brown bears in the ecosystem and the impact of human activities on their population. Conflict management is able to develop strategies to reduce conflict between humans and brown bears, such as by building safe trash enclosures and avoiding wild feeding habits. Research and monitoring supports ongoing scientific research on brown bear behavior and populations to gain a better understanding of their needs. With these steps, we can work together to ensure that brown bears and other wild species can continue to contribute to the planet's biodiversity. Protecting brown bears is not only important for them, but also for the balance of the global ecosystem as a whole.